Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be filming my Boxycharm unboxing video, and I'm so excited about this month's box. This is for the month of June, and I've had this box for a couple of weeks now, but I'm like finally able and have time to sit down and film the unboxing. So I've been saving this just so I can do this video, even though I have been wanting to use the contents of this box for the past couple of weeks. I've saved it just for you. So if you're new to my channel, the way that I like to film Boxycharm unboxings is that I like to try on the makeup as I go. So I look ahead in the box to see what I'm getting for the month, and then I'll do my makeup accordingly. And then as I pull things out of the box, then I will try them on camera for you so I can give you my first impressions and tell you if I think I'm gonna like it or not, and just to have a little fun unboxing surprise. So let's get right into it. I always open these this way and then something always falls out, so let's see what happens. Yep. So this is the card for this month. It opens up like this. This month's theme is Caribbean Queen, and this is like a cool little foldy thing that has pictures of each item and a description of each item. This also says how much each item is worth. And so as I pull things out of the box and use them, I'll read the description and then I'll let you know how much each item is worth. And then at the end, I will add everything up to tell you how much the whole box is worth for the month. And so yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with this. So this is a little brush trio, and this is from the brand Luxie, and we have gotten Luxie brushes in the boxes before, and I love my Luxie brushes so much. So I'm really excited because this is a really cool trio of brushes that we get. They're all full size and they're all face brushes, which is really cool because I think the last ones we got were for the eyes. So I'm really excited to try these out. So these are vegan, cruelty-free, they are hypoallergenic, and then they retail for $42 for this trio. So I'm trying to figure out which brush is which. I'm not totally sure which ones are which. So I'm gonna say this one is probably the Duo Fiber powder brush, like for blush and stuff. And then these two are so similar, and they're both kind of tapered, so I'm kind of confused. Oh my gosh. These brushes say the names of them on the brushes. So. Oh, this one is the tapered highlighter brush. This one is the precision foundation brush, and then this one I was correct about. This is the Duo Fiber powder brush. So okay, so I'm going to take the precision foundation brush. I'm going to dip that into my powder. I don't know if you can hear my dog and my cat fighting, but they are. This brush is really soft, and I like that it's tapered because the little point gets right up into the corner of my eye right in here, which I like. So I'm actually going to go ahead and finish doing the rest of my face, and that way I can go ahead and use these two brushes. So I'm just going to really quickly move on to bronzer. And I just recently got the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, but in the shade Light Bronzer. The other one I had was just the regular. This one is light, so it's a little bit lighter. And because I'm so fair, I figured that I might as well try it. My other butter bronzer broke all in the container and the lid stopped opening, and so I had to throw it away, and I was so bummed. So I got this one, so I'm gonna go ahead and try this out and see how I like it. So I think it actually looks nice with my skin tone, just because I'm so fair that it's not too much of a difference, but it's definitely a little bit lighter than the other, and I like it. Although, because a little bit is never enough for me, I think I'm actually just gonna go in with my Hoola bronzer, and this one's just a little bit deeper, and I kind of just want more bronzy to my skin, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of darker bronzer, just a tiny bit right over. Just gonna warm it up a little bit. So for blush, I'm going to be using my Milani Baked Blush in the color Luminoso, and I'm going to try out this Duo Fiber powder brush, and it reminds me of a stippling brush, so I feel like it could work for this. I typically, when I'm going for blush brushes, I typically like big fluffy brushes, so we'll see how I like this one. I might find another use for it instead, but I don't know what that would be yet. So I feel like it did an okay job. I don't think I would use that brush again for blush, just because, like I said, I really like brushes like this that are just big and fluffy. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and go over my blush just a little bit to kind of like blend it out, because I feel like I put on that blush a little bit patchy with that brush. So, okay, and to kind of fix the situation I got going on my cheeks, I'm gonna take my Real Techniques Beauty Blender thingy, and I'm just gonna go over my cheeks with it, with nothing on it, but has a little bit of my leftover foundation and concealer. So I'm just gonna go around the outline of my bronzer, my blush, just to make sure everything blends. And I'm gonna go here underneath and kind of go in a line like this, just to clean up any harsh edges. So for highlight, I'm actually going to try out this brush again. I kind of wiped it off a little bit so it doesn't have that blush on it, but I think I'm gonna take my Essence Pure Nude highlighter, and I feel like this brush would work better if I just kind of dip it in here. And I'm just gonna go over like the tops of my cheeks like this, just to not really give like an intense highlight, but I just feel like my face looks a little bit matte and dry, and I wanna make it look like it has a little bit of something in it. So I'm just gonna kind of rub it on the tops, and then with whatever I have left over my brush, I'm gonna go down here and kind of go over my blush and bronzer as well. Okay, so I definitely like this brush better for doing what I just did, which is applying like a sheer layer of that highlight all over my face, just to kind of diffuse it out and make it look nice and soft and natural. And I feel like this brush did a really good job of doing that, so I really like it actually. And then for highlight, I'm going to use this little brush right here, and I'm going to use my Pure Sculptor palette, which we got in our Boxycharms last month, and I'm going to use this shade right down here, the lightest shade, and I'm going to be using this Luxie tapered highlighter brush to do that. So all three of these brushes I feel like work really well, and I really like them. Luxie I feel like always does a really good job, at least from the brushes that I have that I really enjoy. This tapered highlighter brush put on my highlighter perfectly, and I wouldn't have expected anything different really. So yeah, so I really like all of these brushes, and I think that they're great. So I'm really excited to get something like this in the box this month. 3 new brushes, full-size brushes. That's just crazy to me. All right, and moving on to the next thing in the box is this right here. This I'm so excited about. This is the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Bum Bum Cream, and this is a travel size product. Even this goes for $10 for the travel size. First of all, I cheated, and I've been using this. I've used it a couple of times since I got it, just because I felt like if I was gonna be like testing out a lotion for the first time now, I just feel like, how am I supposed to tell you if I like it or not? So I went ahead and I used it a couple of different times. And by the way, this is also supposed to help tighten and smooth your skin, and I've only used it twice, so I mean I haven't noticed anything like that, so I'm not sure if I can claim that it does that or not. But what I love the most about this is the way it smells. It just smells so good, and I've already used like half the container. There's really not a lot in here, but it smells so good, and it's creamy and it feels really nice on the skin. And honestly, I have nothing negative to say about this. I have been enjoying it a lot, and I feel like I'm going to be going out and buying a full-size product of this just because I actually really like this. So yes, for sure, love it. All right, and now for possibly the thing I have been excited for the most in this month's box, which is down here at the bottom. This right here. This is the Alamar Cosmetics Reina del Caribe palette, and this retails for $28. So here's what this looks like. There's these 8 shades right over here that are so pretty. Can you see? Each one has either a little raindrop next to it or a little sun next to it. It's letting you know which one is better used wet or dry, which I think is really cool. And I heard about this a while ago. Kathleen Lights had mentioned it in one of her videos, and her really good friend Gabby, who actually I believe works with Boxycharm and is one of like the main people behind Boxycharm. She created her own cosmetic line, which is this Alamar Cosmetics, and so she sent out her own eyeshadow palette in all the Boxycharms this month, which I think is really cool. So I'm excited to use it. So I am going to go ahead and I'm just going to do my eye makeup with this, but I'm not going to do like a walkthrough tutorial or anything like that, just because I feel like it'll be too long if I do. So I'm just going to do my eye makeup, and I'll be back after. So this is by far the best eyeshadow palette that we've ever gotten in a Boxycharm. This is so much better than I was expecting it to be. I knew it was gonna be good, but like, do you hear my dog playing with her blueberry? I think I used every single eyeshadow except for one. Yeah, the only one I did not use was this one, but I used every other shade in the palette just because I was so anxious to try them all out. And I really like the way that this look turned out, so it's very tropical and Caribbean-y. Now that the eyes are almost done, I will move on to the next thing in the box, which is this, which is an eyeliner that I'll be using. This is the Jaune de Bleu waterproof eyeliner pencil. This actually only retails for $5, which is crazy because that's really cheap for an eyeliner. And I don't know if I've ever used this brand before. I feel like maybe it looks familiar, like maybe we've gotten something in the box from them before, but I can't remember. This is in the shade Charcoal, so it's a gray, so I'm just going to tightline and put this on my waterline a little bit. So this worked okay. I got it to show up in my waterline, but I also had a little bit of the blue eyeshadow in my waterline that I feel like I mostly just pushed around on my waterline with this pencil. So I can't really see the color all too much, to be honest. It's more of a light gray than a dark gray, but I mean, it showed up enough that I feel like it did the job okay. So I feel like I'll have to try this out just a little bit more to see if I like it better without so much eye makeup on. But we'll see. I mean, it's $5, so hey, whatever, you know, right? The next thing in my box is this right here. This is a set of lashes. So these are by the brand Baddington, which I haven't heard of before, so that's exciting. I like getting new brands. And these retail for $28. I am actually pretty terrible at putting lashes on myself, so this might take me an hour, so I'm gonna go do this and wish me luck, and then I'll come back after that's all done. All right, well, that's as good as I'm gonna get my lashes. I feel like I'm so bad at putting lashes on myself. I don't know what it is, but I feel like every time I put them on, they're like a little bit wonky somehow. I feel like they look fine from far away, but then when you get up close, it's like, Overall though, I feel like they were easy enough to apply. It's mostly just lack of lash talent on my part, but they do have a nice thick lash band, which makes it a little bit easier to apply the lashes. Okay, and then to finish off the whole look and to finish off the Boxycharm, the last thing in the box is going to be this right here. And this is an Ofra long-lasting liquid lipstick, which is really exciting. And this retails for $21, and this is in the color Verona. So I'm going to go ahead and just put this on my lips to finish off the look. That actually went on really nice. I didn't even have to dip my brush back into it. I just used it the one time, and it went on super smooth and quick and easy. And it feels nice on the lips as well. I like it a lot. So I think really quickly before I finish off this look, I'm going to try something. I want to add a little bit of this color right here, just to the very tops of my cheekbones, just to add a little bit of extra highlight, just because it's such a pretty color. And this is what I use to highlight the inner corners of my eyes and my brow bone as well. And I think I'm just going to add a little bit of this, just to add something more exciting. That is so intense and so pretty, and I love it. So the total for this month's box is $134, which is really cool just because Boxycharm is $21 a month and you get such great products. And I love that you get high-end products, you get new brands, you get just such an array of different things, and it's so much fun. It's seriously like Christmas every month. I look forward to my Boxycharm so much, and it's just such a good deal. So one of these items alone, like the lashes for example, is worth more than what I pay for the box a month. So I just think that's really cool and it's such a good deal. So I highly recommend Boxycharm. And yeah, so that's it for today's look, and that's it for today's video. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I hope not. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot setting spray. That would have been a disaster. So I just sprayed my face with Max Fix Plus, and now we're all good to go. And thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time in my next video. Bye.